What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the AC unit, and we've got some fun videos coming for you guys. Obviously, we've been on a little hiatus, but we're back now, and let's do this thing.
We're going to cut the bull crap. We're just going to go right into it. AC Recap 2022. So we've been following the album drops and music-related stuff throughout the whole year, primarily hip-hop. I mean, we've been doing some work on TikTok, so I'll be sure to add links down in the description so you guys can check out our other stuff. But recently, we've been back at it. Catching up on some albums we didn't really listen to. And we decided that I think this is a good year to start our AC recap. So basically it's like a list week. Let's say features versus top 10 features versus top 10 albums, top 5 artists of the year, stuff like that.
Top 10 songs, best and personal. So we've got a lot of lists, a lot of videos coming for you guys. And today we will be doing our top 10 features of the year.
I have 6 honorable mentions. I don't know if you have any on yours.
I didn't do honorable mentions for this category.
So yeah, I'll start off with mine. I just had 6 honorable mentions. I'll go ahead and just list those off. I'm not going to explain them at all. So here we go. Had Tyler, the Creator, on Lost and Found Freestyle 2019 from I Know Nego. Nego's studio album with a bunch of features. I have Takeoff on Field of Fire from Metro Boomin's album, Heroes and Villains. I have Jay-Z on Neck and Wrist. I have Lil Wayne on Just in Time from the Forever Story. Another Forever Story feature, Mos Def or Yasin Bey on Stars. And then we have Tyler, the Creator, another Tyler, the Creator mention, on Cash In, Cash Out.
That's a good one.
Which is probably one of my personal favorite features of the year, but it just didn't make the cut. All right, so we're just going to start off with number 10. Corey, you go ahead and say yours first, and I'll say mine right after.
Yeah, so number 10, I've got Future on Superhero.
Oh, number 10, I have Pusha T on Gold Rings. So, Originally, I had Future on Superhero on my list, so I want to know why you have it as your number 10.
Dude, I think this is one of my personal favorite features of the year.
Yeah.
So I definitely wanted to have it at least somewhere on my list. So I threw it in at 10. I just think it fits perfectly over the beat and production. Sonically, it's one of my favorite listens, and it's a song I've kept in my rotation. So, I mean, yeah. I think Future did his thing and did his thing enough to where I could throw him on my list here. So I got him at number 10.
Dude, yeah, no, originally I had it on my list. Took it off. Wasn't in honorable mentions, but yeah, so I had Pusha T on Gold Rings from Souls, Sold Separately by Freddie Gibbs. Sold Separately, however you want to pronounce it. Triple S. No, dude, Pusha T, my expectations were high because previously he had a song with Freddie Gibbs, Palmolive from Bandana. One of my favorite songs off the album. So yeah, I mean, my expectations were high, but I think they were reached with this song. It's one of my favorite songs off Triple S. The way Pusha T comes into the song, perfect, flawless. After that little beat drop, comes back in, beautiful. And he just delivers bars, man. He does what he does best. He does the same thing he does on Palmolive, delivers these classic Coke rap bars, and it's just delightful to listen to. He flows over the beat. The flows are definitely a standout for me. His first flow bumps, second flow is just hypnotic. The way he pronounces his syllables and just goes on and rides the beat so heavily. I love it. You can't really complain. You get a great feature out of it, and it's my top 10 of the year. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and play a few clips of those songs. We'll go ahead and start now.
Yeah, drinking dope turned me to a superhero, yeah.
Uncle Freddie.
So many RNs I done made, waitresses I done saved, the blow drop off for bitches who ain't learned to braid.
All right, now my number 9 pick here, another personal favorite of mine from this year. I got Benjamin Earl Turner on If I Had a Dollar off of Saba's Few Good Things.
Man, that's funny. I have Black Thought on the title track, A Few Good Things.
So Saba feature. You go ahead and go first since I started the last one.
Yeah, so I mean, Black Thought had an insane year. Dropped great album. Had a great feature. I looked into his feature list, and he doesn't have many features. So to hear him on this song,
he's active this year.
Yeah, but to hear him on this song from Saba, who's more of I would say underground rapper, is kind of crazy. So I had no expectations at first because I'll be honest, this is the first time I ever heard Black Thought rap. I know he's a hip hop legend. I knew that before, but hearing this, man, it just made me want to check him out more. So yeah, I mean, the verse just perfectly fits into the context and concept of the album, and for a feature to do that, pretty impressive to me. I mean, you get top tier rapping. You have the flow, the rhyme schemes, the content of the verse, and its storytelling. Something that is a big factor in this song. It's the outro track, A Few Good Things, the whole album. So for Black Thought to kind of mold into that, this world that Saba created through Few Good Things, and for him to fit on the second part of the song is magnificent to listen to. I mean, the verse adds so damn much to the album. You can't lie about that. And it's something hard to do as a feature. That's why he's my number 9.
I may or may not have that one on my list. So
okay.
To be determined there. But yeah. I've got If I Had a Dollar, Benjamin Earl Turner's verse. It was a little shorter than I not expected, but maybe wanted.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, he flowed over that production so well, and I honestly think he kind of matched Saba performance-wise on that song, which is completely surprising because I've never even heard of Benjamin Earl Turner
Yeah.
until this song. Obviously, I don't think you had either.
Oh, heck no.
So I mean, that was one of my favorite like shocking features of the year. Like,
Yeah.
for a first listen of his, I love that song. I love his performance on that, so I had to put it at number 9 right there.
She was cut from the clone for South Carolina Gullah. She knew to keep the rule to right.
Hey, still with the gang I had learned to get bands with. Remember when we played our records?
All right, so now we got number 8. I had Russ on Therapy Music from Logic's Final Days.
Good pick. And I had my first 21 Savage of my list. I've got 2 21 Savage songs, and I got him on Jimmy Cooks.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I had a feeling you had that on your list, so go ahead and explain why, because I'm actually kind of interested to hear what you guys say about it.
Yeah, so it's no secret that this is the only standout on Honestly Nevermind.
Might get flamed in the comments. Be careful, man. People love that album.
Yeah, no one said that.
Oh.
I like this song not only just because of his performance. I mean, we'll start there, but I mean the beat switch into his verse, elite.
Yeah.
I mean, 21's doing his thing. It kind of led me to putting this on my list. It was the lone standout on Honestly Nevermind, but it was the one song on Honestly Nevermind that was completely different and was like that typical what you would have expected from them.
Yeah.
And it foreshadowed what we would get in a few months with her loss with those two. So I thought that was super cool. I don't know if that was planned, which I kind of imagine it would be.
Yeah.
So I think that was super cool. And obviously we got a really good album with her loss. So I kind of liked how Drake did his own thing on Honestly Nevermind with, the EDM side of things. But the outro track was that, and it kind of foreshadowed, which I thought was super cool. So
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I mean, I wouldn't put that on there just for that. Obviously 21 had an insane feature on that. And
no doubt.
He does his thing on features. Pretty much any feature he's on, so.
Yeah, and I mean, you get one of the most iconic lines from the whole year, and you get the most iconic pussy ad-lib of the whole year, too. So, I mean, crazy song, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a great feature. So, yeah, I mean, I had Russ on Therapy Music. The way Russ kind of came out of nowhere and just dropped this verse was kind of wild. I remember the first night we, listened to this song, and we were just sitting there like, oh, yeah, Logic dropped a new single. We didn't really give a fuck, but we were like, let's listen to it.
Yeah, I always forget this was a rollout.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
But I mean, yeah, when we saw that Russ was a feature, I mean, I heard Chomp too, I think a few months before that song came out, so I was kind of interested to see what he'd do.
This is what put me on to Chomp 2. You told me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Russ is kind of in his bag on this, and then you're like, you gotta listen to Chomp 2 then, and I've been a Russ fan ever since, and I think that's kind of been a reason why I like that song so much, and
yeah,
maybe I'll talk about it later in the video, maybe I won't.
Yes, sir. I mean, dude, the opening bars of the song top tier. You get a Field of Dreams reference with the Ray Liotta. I love that. His commentary about doing you and being afraid to rock the boat. I also love that section of this verse. His flow is hypnotizing. He absolutely just molds into this boom bap beat. And whenever Russ is on a boom bap beat, he's like the Michael Jordan of hip hop, man. It's kind of crazy. So I was definitely shocked with the quality and the replayability of this verse, which is, I think, a standout for me. So I mean, it's always nice to just hear this song. I always have it in my playlist. Always makes my main rotation playlist each month.
Yeah, my anxiety was taking over. Remove the devil, let my faith go feel it slide like it's Amendola. I'm telling you a pussy.
All right, I'll kick us off with number 7 here. I got my other 21 Savage feature. 21 Savage on surround sound.
I had MF Doom on Belize from Black Thought and Danger Mouse's cheat codes.
Fire.
So, if you want to go ahead and talk about why 21's on your list twice now, man, let's see it.
Yeah, so I was obviously back and forth here. I had him at 8th and 7th, but I think at the end of the day, the edge was just his performance. I think Surround Sound's a better overall song, and the whole verse is him just straight spitting, and that's what you expect out of 21 and what you want out of 21. So it's a super fun production. He always seems to excel over productions like this, and it's obviously a song that's still in my rotation to this day. I probably played it twice today already. It hasn't aged horribly at all. It's aged like fine wine. So
Yeah, 21 had a hell of a year. So did MF Doom, coming out of nowhere, coming from behind the grave to drop Belize, which I thought was crazy. So I mean, I was thinking about actually not using this verse because it was technically a verse from one of his previous unreleased songs called Notebook 03.
Oh really?
But it was incorporates an actual song. So I was like, screw it, dude. This verse is fucking it's fucking amazing. And he was just dropping bars about his origin in the rap game and his come up and how he almost didn't want to rap because he didn't like the sound at the time. But then he created his own sound and made this whole new subgenre of hip hop. Pretty crazy. Doom's charm is there in this verse. I love it. His rhymes are top notch. And the lines at the beginning where he's talking about he gets rude off the dude with chips or from chips. And later in the verse he goes, oh, Eric Estrada, like he fucking remembers it in the middle of the
wait.
verse. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. That's just the classic MF Doom charm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love how he also said always wanted to say that. Just like it's just shit like that, man. It just makes me love this verse even more and more every
Yeah.
time I listen to it. It felt amazing to hear somewhat new content from possibly one of the best rappers to ever touch a mic.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
I love that pick.
oh yeah, let's go ahead and play some clips.
Hit from the back, she giving me slurp, and I ain't even pull my pants down.
Doom get rude with the dude off chips. The mood switch, he chewed off strips of a brood witch.
Woo!
You want to do your number 6?
Yeah, this one might actually kind of shock you. I don't know if it was in your contentions at all, but I had Malice, Pusha T's brother, on I Pray For You from It's Almost Dry. But what's your number 6? I want to hear it. What you got? What you got, huh?
Some call him Most Def, some call him Yasin Bey. I've got Most Def / Yasin Bey on Stars.
Ah, man. Okay, I had a feeling. I had a feeling you have that on here. So
Yeah.
go ahead. I want you to explain. Go ahead and explain why.
Yeah, dude. So the beat change when Yasin comes in was honestly one of my favorites of the year, and it's something I didn't really notice at first because I was more like jid, and I wasn't really too familiar with Most Def. This feature is just super impressive. His flow is a super unique and compelling and interesting type of just vocal performance and the way he talks. Especially for this being one of the first times I've ever heard him, I was super interested in it right away.
Yeah.
And it obviously grew on me enough to where I could slide it in my 6th position. Definitely one of my favorite features off TFS for sure.
I had Malice for number 6. I Pray For You. I looked into this verse a lot because I didn't know who Clips were, which is Pusha T and Malice, old rap duo, right? Have some crazy albums that I kind of want to check out soon, but I didn't know who Malice was at first.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, this guy kind of dropped a pretty cool verse. I'm going to look into it more. And apparently Malice, he's been out of the rap game for a while. He's completely flipped his life around from doing this old coke rap stuff and actually dealing drugs to becoming more of a religious man. So I thought that was interesting. He kind of comes back with some commentary over that. His opening lines are like, tell me what I missed. More designer drugs and emotions I don't get. Then he mentions Vietnam flashbacks. I get triggered by sniff. Stuff like that. That wordplay is clever and it incorporates his like story. Yeah, so I mean, I love the content of the verse. It's the outro track to It's Almost Dry. So I mean, it gives Malice like an open canvas to like close off the project with his comeback verse, which is, I guess it's pretty highly anticipated because I mean, certain people would look at that track list and be like, oh damn, Malice has a verse. Old duo,
pairing,
old pairing, and they're brothers. I don't know if you knew that too.
Really? No.
So yeah, I thought that was also really
I didn't
cool.
look into that as much as you did. That's awesome.
I like how at the start his flow mimics like what Pusha did in his verse, and like over his organ-based beat, it just flows. It's insane. Yeah, I mean like some of my favorite lines. Today's top 5 is only strengthening my myth. Belong on Rushmore just from chiseling a brick. Love that line.
That one, yeah.
And then I greet you with the love of God. That don't make us friends. I might whisper in his ear. Bury all of him. That line is cold. The rhyme schemes are simple. Doesn't do too much, but makes it for a smooth listen, the context of the song. And overall, it's a beautiful verse. And I wouldn't really say it's a conclusion. It's more like a reflection on the previous life Malice kind of lived and how he's changed since then, adapted more into a religious lifestyle. So that's why I had it at number 6. There's a lot to it. Absolutely love this verse,
Yeah,
man.
dude, I love that.
The chain hanging, bling swinging, back breaking, but it's gleaming. Problem posture, double cup leaning.
Tell me what I missed. New designer drugs and emotions I don't get.
It sounds like exact same.
I know, man. I'm very interested to see what your top 5 is. Go ahead and enlighten me with number 5.
I think this is our first repeat. I've got Russ on Therapy Music at number 5.
Nice. You're going to like this one. It's another Vinyl Days feature. I got Blue on Orville.
Ooh, good one.
So,
That was another one I had in contention.
Yeah. I mean, you have Russ higher than I do, so go ahead and explain why, man. What made this verse, like, crack your top 5?
There's 3 givens in life. You got death, you got taxes, and you got Russ snapping on a boom bap production. I mean, flow has always been a strong suit of his, but I feel like there's something about this feature that just does it for me.
Yeah.
I mean, the lyricism, the wordplay is on full display.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's literally his own therapist. I'm like, dude, that's so sweet. Lyrics are mixed perfectly. The message ties into the overall song.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of my personal favorites of the year for sure. And I love the pairing of him and Logic. It doesn't seem like a pairing that you would maybe initially think would be a good pairing, but
Yeah.
it worked on this song for sure.
You talk about weird pairing, Russ and Logic. Dude, Russ was on fucking Black Thought's album. That's the weirdest feature I think I've heard this year,
it's
but
just
he's
nuts.
good, man. He's great.
Yeah.
So I could see it being as high as that, but I had Blue from on Orville, same album, Logic, Vinyl Days. That's another weird pairing. Logic assembled the Avengers on his track list. So I mean, he had a great feature list. I loved it. Like I never heard Blue and Exile because they're usually a duo, like a pair, producer rapper duo. But I never really heard them. I've seen a lot of praise from them on certain albums. When I first heard this song, I didn't really know what to expect, especially when he came in. Dude, this verse is insanely hypnotic. The flow is an absolute standout.
Yeah.
Like, and the way Blue comes in after Like's verse, who's another feature on the song, short verse, but then Blue comes in out of nowhere. I thought it was the same person, but no, it was actually Blue. And he fires off amazing complex rhyme schemes. Dude, he starts with like multiple rhymes and syllables within 7 bars. I thought that was insane. The flow's unkiltered. This is another standout too. I mean, it feels unique to the verse itself. It sounds like something no one else could have done, and the pockets caught on the verse are just mind-blowing. It's like he made his own pockets, and it just magically worked for his beat. Another key standout for his verse includes complex rhyme schemes. They're simple, but it's rat-tat-tat-tat, and I love that style, and everything just pieces together like a jigsaw puzzle. I'm definitely interested to hear what else Blue and Exile have done, because they've been doing this stuff for a long time, like, I think, let's say early 2000s from what I've seen. Yeah, man, that's why I have it number 5. It cracked my top 5, and I just love this verse, man.
Now, I love hearing your reasoning behind it. It's like, dang, I should have put that in there now. It's like,
yeah,
maybe I missed some stuff that you picked up on. I love that too, like hearing your side of it, because obviously I don't catch up on everything. I don't look through every single song on Genius.
Yeah.
Obviously these I did, but I mean it's super cool to hear both of our perspectives, and you know we both have different views on how we look at some stuff. So
yeah,
it's super
I
cool to
mean
hear that.
these lists, all these lists that we're gonna do for AC Recap 2022, took a lot of time, took a lot of like research and stuff like that. So if you guys want to drop a sub, that'd be great. We do a lot for this channel. No, we don't. We just came
We
back.
don't do anything. We actually don't do anything. Don't listen to them.
No, I'm joking, but we do listen to a lot of music, and we really do enjoy it, and we'll be doing more content like this. If you guys want to check it out, be sure to subscribe. Let's hear these songs, man.
All aboard, now you safe in here, but you don't even recognize your own face in here. Fuck it.
From irrelevant back to relevant in a matter of seconds, shatter misconceptions misdirected and headed in my direction.
All right, so now we got our number 4. Dude, we're getting closer. And I had JID on Home Remix.
Oh baby.
And I know you have that higher on your list. What's your number 4?
Yeah, so this might be biggest surprise on probably any of my lists. It's Ghostface Killah on Purple Hearts.
No way. I was actually thinking about it. Let's go ahead and explain why you had Purple Hearts, Ghostface Killah.
But yeah, dude, I didn't originally have this even in contention, but obviously I was going through all the albums from this year and, you know, doing it that way. And dude, I listened to this verse probably 3 or 4 times. I was in the shower, bro, listening to this song, and I literally replayed it 3 times. I was like, dang, dude, this is one of the deepest and most eye-opening verses of the year, bro. Like, you get Ghostface talking about, like, what our world's come to with all, like, the social injustice and all these other big issues. It's on full display. And not only that, but you can truly hear that cry in his voice for help and a search for answers. And the production, obviously, that's another huge part. The production on the start of the song, completely different. It shifts completely in the Ghostface Killah verse.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And it really gives that phenomenal like feel like to the listener. It's phenomenally executed, and as a listener, I obviously felt it enough to put it in my top 5 features. Like,
yeah.
I mean, super powerful verse. I don't even think this song's a 10 out of 10, and I'm kind of on the fence with it. But I mean, this verse is perfect to me. The whole album's kind of centered around like what Kendrick's been going through and what the world's been going through in general, and I think this song is a perfect depiction of that. And I just love the way he goes about it and how the song.
That one I think slipped my radar. I think I slept on it just because I didn't really like the song that much. That's a great pick. We all knew it was coming. JID on Home Remix. It had to be on both of our top 10s. I know it's coming up on yours. You're not gonna lie. I love this song before. We heard it before the remix because Mike Dimes, he was on our radar at that time. I was really interested to see how JID would kind of like tear apart the songs. I knew he would. He's been on a crazy feature on recently, so
He doesn't miss.
no, he does not. That's what I said. God damn, I did not expect this verse to be so fucking great. First of all, you get 1 minute and 22 seconds of pure art. Flow switches and bars. The flows are technically the most impressive I've heard on a verse all year. The rhyme schemes are unique, and they fit JID's style, and he adds so much charisma and uniqueness to the song. I mean, the bars in the song are and just flow. They're insanely creative. He has a clever flip on a classic line. G's moving in silence. Fellas, def-toned. I had to say fellas. But but no, that line's just creative. Rap game takeover, I'm Jid-Hova.
Fire. Paid homage to the goats.
Yes, sir. Me and Mike rob you for your dimes like Debo. I had to look up because I thought
Samuel, baby, right? Debo.
no, it's a reference to the main antagonist in the movie Friday. I think it's double entendre because it can mean both. Debo Samuels.
Well, that's the one I depicted it on.
Yeah.
That's obviously Dimes. He wears number 10.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that's cool. I didn't know that one. See,
double entendre, man.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more in that verse, but those are like snippets of what I personally liked in the verse. I mean, everything about this one, it just makes it flawless and made it one of my personal favorite songs of the year. It's up there. I wouldn't say it's actually on my list, but it's up there. And it's a huge contender for single of the year.
Telekinesis, I'm purifying these speeches.
While I'm crying, I clean the feet of the sweet Jesus.
Wanna live too fast, you got slow. Really, you joking? I don't know what these niggas smoking. That shit potent. If you thinking I ain't the dopest.
All right, top 3. Here we go. Another repeat. I got Black Thought on A Few Good Things.
We have Arm & Hammer on Tabula Rasa from Earl Sweatshirt's Sick.
Wow.
Yeah. Judging by your shocked reaction, I'm going to go ahead and explain why. I mean, it's Arm & Hammer. It's the rap duo of Billy Woods. He was one of my favorite personal favorite rappers, and then Elucid. These are two like some of the best lyrical rappers you'll get in modern day. The verses definitely met my expectations. I'll say that. Elucid just brings clever, unkiltered, abstract flows over this interesting instrumental. I mean, we got clever bars and rhymes. One of my favorite lines from Elucid's verse is, "Some talk like they never got punched in the face." Funny line, but it adds so much context to everything he's saying within his verse, so I love that. And obviously we got Billy Woods doing what he does best. He's bringing all these complex rhymes into the mix and all of this wordplay and stuff like that. His wordplay is based around literature or like a bunch of stuff like that. He just spits, man. It's really enjoyable to look into and listen to and hear him just kind of put emphasis and pronunciation over these lines when he doesn't need to, but that's his style. Like, he adds so much imagery. Lines like, "Sese Seku Mabotu," I think that's how you pronounce it. "If the DJ plays something smooth." It's just a crazy, creative line that only Billy could really create due to his style. The way he crafts lyrics and creates such a vivid image, both these guys do that perfectly. Dude, I want to hear what you guys say about Black Thought, because I had it really low on my list compared to you.
Key thing is, it's one of my favorite songs off of one of my favorite albums, and obviously Black Thought is a big reason up because of that. He just does this thing over this production, man. This song's super cool. It's super unique, and you really got to dig into it because it's a super long track. But Black Thought's performance on this is super powerful. His storytelling is super powerful. He's always been like that, too. Even hearing Cheat Codes this year and hearing his performance on this song, it's clear that this is no exception to what he does. His verse ties in super well with the outro, like I said, and I think it's an easy top 5 crack, and I had a top 3. So I mean,
let's hear him, man. Let's hear Black Thought again.
A cool toast to the people we adore the most. Let's hold them close like the water headed for the coast. Who's really all there? Trouble calling. My phone don't ping. I'm buzzed. Leave me alone.
all right, top 2.
Better not disappoint me with this one. What is it?
It's JID on Home Remix.
We have Black Star on Peppa's from Westside Gunn's album 10. And this is an album that I know you haven't heard. This is one I literally just did a review for on my TikTok. Absolutely blown away. I'm going to go ahead and go into it.
Back-to-back surprises. We've dropped 3 surprises, honestly, in a row.
When I first saw a track list of this album, Hitler Wears Hermes 10 because Kanye likes to, say some weird shit in the media.
Does he?
So I was excited to see Black Star on a Conductor-produced song. Conductor, I don't know if you actually heard of him. Crazy producer, man. Same realm of like The Alchemist and stuff like that. He's underground, but he's also insanely good. My expectations were pretty high. God damn, it did not disappoint. I mean, they just tear apart the song, doing what they do best, as almost all lines in the verses can be broken down into something amazingly clever, or a clever double entendre. Mos Def says on his verse, he's the first one of the song, he says, "Cartier tank top, blow the central bank up." It's double entendre for tank tops and a take brand of watches inspired by Renault tanks, like military tanks.
It always blows my mind, man, some of these lyricists and the shit they put it into double entendres, man. It's crazy.
It's insane. And these guys, they do it in every single verse and song they're in. Another example, we got Talib. He says, "They hate B&A jeans. It's like it's a true religion. Jeans, DNA jeans." That's like a classic double entendre, using jeans. Yeah. I mean, the chemistry these two have. Mos Def has a verse first, and then Talib comes in. And the way he comes in on this crazy instrumental, you'll hear it in a second. The way he floats into this beat is actually kind of wild. I know in the music video they dap each other up. It's pretty fucking sick. And then he comes in and starts rapping like rapping his ass off. I mean, overall this song is just too damn impressive for me to leave off this list.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, so obviously you've already touched on JID Home Remix, but I mean, dude, the amount of times I've listened to this song is super unhealthy, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. I might be listening to this song in my grave. Holy crap. It's one of the craziest displays of flow and lyricism from anyone, bro. Anyone. Jid is that dude right now, and I think I might say the hottest take right now. He might be the rapper right now in the game. Just the way he glides over the beat, insane. He doesn't stop, bro. He keeps going, like we kind of talked about. I thought the verse was gonna end 4 different times, and it didn't.
He just kept going, yeah.
I mean, I think this was a statement verse from JID. I mean, obviously we love the Home original track. This was a statement from JID. Obviously, his album, The Forever Story, is huge this year.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, we know what the number one feature of the year is, bro. I mean, come on, we know.
We'll get into it. Let's hear these songs again.
June 11.
Stars of the story got 'em moving different. Goofy niggas, they hate being their jeans like it's their true religion. If
My songs are being slept on. Give me the cell phone.
All right, number one.
Hey, Corey, what's your number one feature of 2022?
Say it on three. One,
One,
two,
two,
three. Rico
Pharrell
Nasty
Williams
High
on
Heels.
Movie Star by Jack Hart. You really had Rico Nasty over Pharrell Williams?
Really had Pharrell Williams over Rico Nasty? No! Come on! No, but for real.
All right, okay. What's our actual number one?
It's
J. Cole.
It's J. Cole in London.
But no, it's J. Cole and Johnny P's Caddy. It's undisputed. You can go first. Go ahead and talk about it. 'Cause I think I have a lot to say about this one. So
Yeah, obviously, I kind of didn't really get into it as much because I figured it'd be your number one, and
Yeah.
I'll let you do that. But I'm just gonna say something. I think there's no question J. Cole's at the top of the rap game, and if this verse doesn't solidify that forever, then I don't know what will. Obviously, the bars are there. I feel like the way he was flowing on this Benny the Butcher song, it's like, dude, what is going on? You would have thought he was doing these type of productions like all the time, and it's pretty rare to see him on a beat kind of like structured like that.
yeah, no, I agree.
I couldn't remember the last feature that was this insane. In terms of the pen game, obviously there's the clever bars, and I'm sure you've got all those bars written down. But
No, but come on, man. I mean, this song dropped in late January. People had a whole year to write a feature better than this one, and nothing.
I don't even think anyone came close.
Obviously, iconic opening lines were made on this verse. It has everything you really need. Every syllable within this verse, it just flows to its maximum potential. The way J. Cole's pronouncing with his hunger. I wouldn't say it's unheard of. I've heard it in a few of his songs, but on a Benny the Butcher feature, I had that written down too. Like, this is crazy. Like, he came out of nowhere with this one. The rhyme schemes are literally a step above what we usually hear from Cole. It's kind of in that territory where it's amazingly complex for anyone's standards. So Cole kind of like skyrocketed into this like tier of rapping that we really never see him in.
It's an elite pen game that I don't think many people can find the ink for.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ink in the pen, dipshit. I was trying to make a cool little... I'm trying to be like J. Cole, bro. Just let me be. I want to be J. Cole. The flow.
It's the syllables, too, and the
I know,
pronunciation, and the hunger in it.
And a lot of people don't even... Like, if you just look at the lyrics, you're like, okay, cool, it rhymes. But once you hear that song, you break it down...
It's actually insane.
It's unbelievable.
This verse proves Cole's got something in him to, like, create, I'd say, a masterpiece of an album. And I can't really wait to hear from him soon. So, let's just go ahead and hear it.
On the night I was born, the rain was pouring, God was crying, lightning struck, power outage.
All right, there's our top 10 features of the year.
Man, it's been a crazy year. Just in general for hip-hop. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to the rest of the AC Recap week.
Yeah, next up we got Verses.
Verses, man.
Top 10 verses of the year, my list, Aaron's list. So
Yeah.
super excited for that. We'll get that posted very shortly. And
Thank you guys for watching. See ya, hopefully, in the next AC Recap video. Versus. Looking forward to it. You guys have a great one. This is A speaking.
this is C speaking.
Signing off.
Dude, we haven't done that in a minute. That was
know. Hey, Corey, what's your number one feature of 2022?
Say it on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Rico Nasty.
Yeah. Get out of here. Oh. No, but that Einstein equals MC squared. No, fuck.
What?
I messed up.
E equals MC squared.
We will get it. Not again. No. All right, go ahead and play it. Get this shit over with.
J. Cole's that good, he sounds like Token. Turn down for Gritty.